and welcome to Dakman Productions podcast show with your host, Sean Conahey. Hello everybody, and welcome to Dakman Productions podcast number 5. And yeah, I decided to do a little bit of a different intro. I'm sure everybody's like, huh? Did he just introduce himself and play an audience clapping just for his podcast? Yes, I did, because I like being different and I like to see doing different things just to see people's reactions. At any rate, that's just my personality. So, we are going to discuss Conahey Rail, which is a high rail gauge layout, meaning that everything on that layout is true 1/48 scale, and high rail meaning the profile track is higher. People get O gauge and O scale mixed up. O gauge is 3 rail, O scale is 2 rail, which is also scale. Just for you guys who are not sure. As we last left off on Conahey Rail, I updated my layout to 072 track, or actually 072 curves. As I did this update, I noticed that there was room probably to do dual mainline. But before I get into discussing that a little bit further, I wanted to say hello to everybody on Facebook and the Facebook groups. I noticed that YouTube subscribers and Facebook people don't always coincide with each other, meaning that, you know, I'll be on YouTube and there's subscribers there, and then I try to bring that to Facebook, and sometimes people on Facebook don't like looking at YouTube, but that's fine. But I wanted to introduce myself. For those who don't know me, I'm Sean Conahey, as you heard me earlier, and but to let you guys know, I appreciate all your comments and all your support and suggestions that have been following me on both YouTube and Facebook. It's been really important to me. I poured a lot of hard work into Conahey Rail this year, a lot. I mean, last year I didn't put too much work into it. I did a lot of train show events and a lot of club events instead, and I really hardly did any work to my own layout last year. And but no, I'm not giving up doing all that. I just wanted to spend time on my own layout, doing different things and upgrades and changes, and we'll get into showing you all that. But I just wanted to make sure that I introduce myself, and I'll be showing this around to different groups in Facebook. So for the people who in Facebook who follow my updates and my photos of Conahey Rail, I'm Sean Conahey, and welcome to Conahey Rail. And also, I've done live video on Facebook. I haven't done any live video on YouTube yet. I'm not sure if I'll do any of that or not, but if you'd like to see any live footage on YouTube, just send me a comment below. And like I said, this is podcast number 5, so there should be links below to a playlist of other podcasts in case you want to catch up on any of those. But going back to Conahey Rail update. So I spent all last week 3 to 4 hours a night doing a lot of major updates, and when I finished going to 072 curves on the outside rail, I was still single track, and when I finished it and I looked at it, and I'm like, and I sat down just like this and I looked at my layout, I'm like, wow. And it just hit me. I think I can go dual mainline. I think it's possible. And so a little bit of planning, a little bit of looking, and yeah, it was possible to me. But I was already out of budget with costs. With the update I just got done doing 2 weeks prior to that, with the 72 curves and all that stuff. And comes along a guy who's selling 11 pieces of Gargrave's 37-inch long Phantom track, which is what I use, and he was asking originally $40, and I had a train car he liked, so I gave him the freight car, and he knocked $20 off, so I just gave him $20 cash. So that was good. I mean, $20 for 11 pieces of Gargrave's track, which is right around $78 a section. I think I did good, because that probably would have cost me, around 70, 80 bucks, just to do that portion of the update. So I'm gonna show you around and take a look around. I don't mind the mess. I still got a lot of cleaning to do, a lot of detailing to do, moving buildings around. So I'm hoping by next week sometime I can get you a nice clean video of the dual mainline running. I will be posting a video of test runs that I've made during that week. And again, it's all going to be raw footage. It's all going to be non-edited, so you get the whole gist of the testing that's being done. So it'll be messy. It'll be chaotic. You know what I mean. A lot of guys don't like to show you their layout while it's in progress because they're afraid of the mess. But I think people like looking at your updates as you're going through the phases. It's okay to have a mess while you're going through all that and chaos and stuff like that. But let's take a look at what's happened on Conahey Rail in just the last week. So on this end of Conahey Rail, I had quite a bit of 054 left over. So I went ahead and separated the two tracks here in preparation to going dual mainline. So I put the 054 on the inside, and then of course the 072 was already updated 2 or 3 weeks prior. Long gone is the S-curve that everybody hated that I put in there, but was necessary at the time. But now that I'm going dual mainline, it is gone. So what happens is the outside track will go across that swing bridge. The inside track will go through what I like to call horseshoe curve. No, it's not supposed not to be like the real horseshoe curve. I just call it that, but no relations. So the outside rail is basically to handle all the big stuff that Lionel makes, such as the 86-foot high-cube box cars, the 89-foot scale bi-level auto carriers, or auto racks as people like to call them. So that's what the outside rail was made to handle. And when I post the test video of me testing, you'll see how all that went. And so that was at this point in time when I made this update. I was not planning on going dual mainline until 2020 due to the cost. But when that guy showed up with all this track cheap, well, I decided to go for it. So let's bring you over here to this point. Now here, originally, there was a switch that would the two lines would come together. That is long gone. The switch is gone. So now it's totally separate. So Conahey Rail is running dual mainline for the first time ever. And I want to get you a photo or a shot this way. So here you can see dual main lines going in and out of the tunnels. Yep, I still got finishing to do. I still got cleaning to do. There's still lots of work to do. So like I said, it's going to be messy, chaotic. But I still wanted to show you guys what I was up to. I had to cut the hole in the wall bigger so to fit the main line, dual main lines. This out here is probably the easiest part to do. Going inside, well, you'll see a lot of major changes. I had to move the firehouse because there wasn't quite enough room. I'll probably end up moving my UPS building right there where the post office is at. I'm playing around with where I'm going to put the crossovers. I still need to buy another left, another right, and once again, as the budget allows. I had to put in a wider bridge platform, so it's a good thing I never finished that, because that's what that was supposed to be. It was supposed to be I was going to build a bridge, but never got around to it. So I had to end up putting in a wider platform. Dual main line goes to this tunnel. Now, originally I was going to use the original loop. As you can see, still traces of it. I was going to use the original loop and loop the inside main in here, but I didn't want people being able to see the train looping around at this end of the layout. I wanted it to look like the train was going out and then coming back, from some location. But yeah, my firehouse got moved over here. Still got to finish doing work there yet. The farmhouse got moved, as well as the barn. Like I said, there's still lots and lots to do. I got ballasting to do. But what happened here is the Cargill elevator and my Purdue silo facility all had to come and get moved this way towards the camera, because so I could fit the second main line, which I'll show you. And as you can see, it just about clears. It does bend over there, and it does clear. It didn't look so like on the camera. I will show you this end of it. So as you see, I've done a lot of work. Still lots more to do. I'm hoping to bring something nice and cleaner to you. Like I said, next weekend. It'll be a bit before I get the crossovers finished, so that won't be ballasted for next weekend. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the result of going dual main line. And also, even though I went dual main line, I still can do switching operations as well if I wanted to. So still got other things I want to get. I still gotta get tunnel portals, just like that one over there, MTH. Over there, I'm gonna make those tunnel portals myself out of styrofoam, stone carvings in them, and paint them up. But yeah, I still got a ton of work to do, and I hope you guys are seeing all this. But yeah, it's been a busy year on Conahey Rail as far as updates. I still got to figure out how I'm going to run the roads yet. Still got to figure out how I'm going to run that road. I got a pretty good idea. I'm going to move that UPS store. The Middletown station's got to get moved. So there's still lots of things to do. But it's I'm getting there. And like I said, I'll be posting a test video for you guys later on, hopefully today, so you can see all the testing that's been done. And I'm pretty happy with how this came out as far as running dual main lines. I'm thinking that probably I could get away running 3 average size trains. And what I mean by average size, I mean like hopper cars or gondolas, whatever have you, small box cars. And then on the inside track, I could probably run 2 average size trains, 15 cars each. There's no way I could run, multiple trains when they're that big, such as the 86-foot high cube cars. But that's what I'm thinking at this point in time. But even if 3 don't work, then definitely 2 on the outside and 2 on the inside. Pretty much everything out here remained the same, with the exception of going on dual main line. Nothing had to get moved out here, so this part of it actually went pretty smooth as far as building. The rearranging comes into play out here. Alright, and I'm guessing you guys probably would like to see behind the scenes, behind that wall. There's not much to see, but alright, I'll show it to you anyway. So here is a behind the scenes of the room. The train comes through, or trains now, come through that tunnel and come around and then loop around and go through the other tunnel. Like I said, outside track is 072, inside is 054. You'll notice that I had separated the platforms. Well, that's so I could get to my heater. I could not make that permanent. So with a couple of screws, I can literally take that platform out of the way and get to my heater. So sometimes you have objects in the way. This is one of those times where you have to cater to being able to take something apart without spending days or hours doing it. As you can see, that's just green tile carpet that I had left over. I'm up in the air whether I want to continue doing that or not, because I actually ran out and rather not spend my money on a box of it right now, but maybe later on I'll have green carpet in here and green tile carpet, and that'll be it. So I hope you like the short tour of what's been going on at Conahey Rail for last week, and you can see I've been pretty busy again. Redesigning the layout, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty happy that I can run dual main line now. I can do switching operations. I've been inviting guests over. At this point in time, I can only run Lionel Legacy. That's what it's set up for. Lionel Legacy, Lionel TMCC, K-Line with TMCC, or SO with TMCC. This Conahey Rail cannot support traditional or conventional, that is. Cannot support conventional or MTH DCS at this time. Maybe perhaps way into the future, but I still got other plans on my mind. Which brings me to my next point. I'm sure you're asking, well, what's next for Conahey Rail? Is that it? Is once you're done with this, is this going to be, are you finished. No, I've been planning or thinking about going, with more modern trains. I want to, have things in my collection that I can run that is something that you would actually see today. I mean, a lot of this stuff you still see, like Procore and Cargill, but I wanted to run basically locomotives to go with those things that you see today. Because I got some TTX in my collection, I got Procore, I got Cargill, I got the ADM, I got quite a bit of modern stuff, and I have 57-foot mechanical reefers too that I would like to run. And that's the most modern thing that you can get in O gauge. Today it's hard to find a 57 mechanical foot reefer still in service. They have been using what they call 64-foot Trinity reefers or refrigerated cars in rail service within the last 10 or 15 years, and they phased out all the mechanical reefers. But so far, only BLMA, I believe it is, actually makes a 64-foot mechanical reefer, and I believe it's only an HO scale. But don't hold me to that. Hopefully, something like that is introduced into O gauge. But it's been up in the air as far as, since I'm Conrail. Do I want to go with NS or Norfolk Southern? Do I want to go with CSX, or do I want to go with something totally different? I even thought of going with BNSF. But I want to have a railroad that would run mechanical reefer cars, because that's basically a train that I want to put together. I want to put together a reefer train, or a mechanical reefer train. So I'm probably gonna get the boos and hisses because of what's going on in the real world of railroading. But I was thinking about going Union Pacific. I like their locomotives. I like the flags on their locomotives. I think that's cool. Although some people, they're looking at the news and they don't like what's going on. But I try not to involve what's going on in the real business world with the modeling world, because if you mix business and fun together, then it's no longer any fun. So I don't get into the politics of railroads. I don't get into what's happening on the railroads. Honestly, I really don't care, because I don't work for one. So I just want to be able to pick something out and that I like, and Union Pacific does come through New Jersey, believe it or not. You do see them here. And so I'm thinking about getting the Lionel ES44AC Union Pacific flag locomotive, which should be out by December of this year. Last thing is going back to the beginning of my video. I wanted to let you guys know that as Dakman Productions, I do more than just show off Conahey Rail. I am pretty involved with the community. I'm involved with Facebook groups. I go out to train shows. I go out to club events. So I believe that's what makes my channel different than a lot of other channels on YouTube. That I just don't sit here and work on my own railroad and then turn off the camera and walk away. I do like being involved with the community, and as well as other communities. I know lots of people in G-Skill as well, because I was involved with that for 15 years. And once you get to know people, you're always going to know them. At any rate, also I do like to watch other people's YouTube videos as well. I mean, I just don't make my own YouTube videos and say, okay, well, whatever. No, I like to see what other people's doing, because other YouTube channels and creators are always putting their own spin on what they like or what they're doing, and you might see something they're doing, I'm like, well, okay, I like that, but I'm gonna put my own spin on that. So there's always, a different spin you could put on something you're seeing in that YouTube video. But like I got started when I got started in O-Gauge, I started watching a lot of videos from Eric's Trains, which is he's pretty big when it comes to O-Gauge anyway. And I learned a lot from watching his videos and seeing his reviews, and then I don't just watch popular ones. I watch even the YouTube videos that are just starting out. I like to watch them too, because they might have fresh ideas or new ideas. And like Sterling Callahan and Ravenhawk, for examples, I watch those YouTube channels as well, because they're just getting started off, and I like to see what they're talking about and what their thoughts are and what they're doing. I think it gives you kind of like a general idea of how other YouTube channel creators are doing their podcasts or whatever, and it gives you ideas as well for your own. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing podcasts. I might not do them as every week or every 2 weeks, but as I get time, and as I get a free moment, I'll do a podcast. But don't hold me to doing one every 2 weeks or 3 weeks like a lot of other guys do. So on this hot summer day in July, everybody hopefully stay cool, stay inside your basement, work on your trains, and thank you for watching Dakman Productions Podcast number 5. See you later, everybody.